With the start of every year comes the obligatory desk setup video. I did that start this year, and there's a reason I put early 2021 as my desk setup video. Because, to be honest, my desk setup, it's kind of always changing depending on what I need to do with my desk and depending on what I need everything just to function, depending on what my workflow is like at the time. For example, I got a laptop a while ago. That was my primary machine for a long time, so the iMac was set off to the side. Then I went back to the iMac. Things got a bit more intense with the workflows. I went back to my laptop. I even went to my iPad for some of the time. But what exactly is my new desk setup slash recording slash streaming setup? Because in a lot of ways, this setup that I have now is the final form of my setup. You can see behind me, it's darker. Behind me, I have myself lit up with air light, my camera in one spot. I don't even move it now between my Zoom calls, my recordings and my meetings and streaming. None of that. My whole desk setup has been streamlined to the point where I can just turn on a camera, turn on a light, because this light, it's just activated by my foot. Yeah. So essentially, I want to take you through my desk setup and I want to explain certain things, why I did certain things and that kind of thing. So without further ado, this is my mid-2021 desk setup tour. Let's get into it. Starting off with the desk itself. This desk has not changed since my original setup this year. It's a large desk with lots of room. It's built as an office desk. Before, I sort of had a tiny wooden desk and it really didn't cut it, but it's the same desk from IKEA and it has plenty of drawer space. Top drawer is a smaller drawer so I can put all my hard drives, things like that I need to put in it, and the bottom drawer is all my larger stuff, so say if I need textbooks for college or whatever. But just keep in mind, this is a college setup as well as a desk setup for creating content. Next on my desk, going from right to left, we have my 21.5 inch late 2015 iMac with the i5 processor, 8 gigs RAM and a terabyte Fusion drive. Yeah, Fusion drive, sort of a mixture between SSD and HDD. No, it's not an SSD, it's literally just a hard drive with a fancy name. But plugged into my iMac, of course, I have my Western Digital Elements drive. That has not changed since my original video because the hard drives, they just work well. They have good warranty, so they just work well. Plugged into the back of the iMac, I also have a lightning cable because it goes between my iPhone and my iPad or whatever else I need to charge this lightning. Also in the back, I have my DSLR plugged into the computer as an AC power source instead of using the battery because, let's be real, the batteries on my Canon camera, it's great, but come on, it was always powering off when I was on Zoom calls. So the fact that I can just plug in the camera, leave it there, never have to worry about it, I'm really stoked about that. Also plugged into the camera is the USB cable for the camera, so I have two cables coming on the back of the iMac dedicated to the camera, and that's how I can pull off this image, which is actually recording into OBS now. I use OBS as a virtual switcher, so I can switch between my desktop and this camera with ease. As well, with this setup, I have, you can hear it there, it's a light from IKEA. It's pretty much standard desk office light, but it's really handy because I can reposition it, I can bring it down further, whatever it is. But I keep it in this position because all you do is switch on the light and I'm ready to record. My camera can stay on all day for all I care at this point. Okay, moving on to the middle of my desk, I have my iPad Pro 10.5 inch with Apple Pencil. It's the same setup I had a while ago, but my iPad's more of a web browsing machine and it's not really used as much anymore since I got the laptop, but it's still really handy to have the iPad for the few times I need to use it. I really like the iPad. I was thinking about upgrading to the 21 iPad Pro with the mini LED technology and the M1 processor, but honestly, I don't use my iPad enough to justify it. And of course, then on the very far left, I have my Dell Latitude 5410. This is a 10th gen i5 processor, 8 gigs RAM, and a 256GB NVMe SSD. Of course, I edit all my content off the Western Digital Elements drive, so that's no issue with transferring files. My headphones of choice, which are the Sony WXB900Ns, and that's the desk setup. Nothing particularly different in this setup other than the camera placement, because now I have a permanent camera placement that I can keep the camera here. I don't have to worry about it, and that's it really. All I have to do is pop it off the stand off the tripod here whenever I want to go vlogging, and then just pop it on here and it works. I just slap my LUT on it and I'm able to edit the footage. Of course, my keyboards and mouse, I didn't mention those. I use the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse too. Looking at maybe getting the newer Magic Keyboard and Mouse as a impulse buy. I don't know. And that's it. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, let me know all your opinions in the comment section below, or join the Discord, linked in the video description. My name is Connor, and I'll catch you next time.